Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Saif Choudhury, and I am a Macaulay Honors College student here at the City College of New York. And I'd like to thank all of you for coming, alum, students, all alike. I'd like to thank the City College Fund and Clyde and Elena for having me and inviting me to speak in front of you all here today. This event is actually my favorite part of my academic year because, first of all, free food. But second of all, I get to interact with the people that make any academic career possible for me. I had actually spoken here 2 years ago, and in the likely chance that you forgot, I discussed the situation with my father. In 2003, when I was only 8 years old, my father was advised by his physicians that he should go through with a routine cardiac operation to reduce the chances of him having a heart attack or stroke. Ironically enough, during the surgery, the doctors made a mistake and he had a stroke. He was in the ICU for 2 months after that. His left side was entirely paralyzed and his memory was significantly impaired. Doctors said he would not make it, and even if he did, he'd be confined to a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Thankfully, doctors were wrong. My dad miraculously recovered and did make it back home, where he's still alive today. But at the same time, he wasn't the same man. My father, who would once pick me up with just his pinky, couldn't even tie his shoe anymore. The man who would pay the bills around the house could not pick up a pen to write a check. And the man who would make me memorize the 50 states of America couldn't even remember my birthday, sometimes not even my name. I care more about the birthday gift though, because you don't have to know my name to get me a birthday gift. Things only got worse from there. Because of the stroke, he developed vascular dementia, which really distorted his perception of reality, and that inevitably developed into delusional disorder, which is a disease very similar to paranoid schizophrenia. My mom had to quit her job so she could take care of my dad, and for this reason, both of them were out of work. So growing up was not easy for me. While my friends were out at the park, I was at Rite Aid trying to pick up medication for my dad. When my friends were going on trips to and from Six Flags, I was going on trips to and from the hospital. And while my friends took part in so many extracurricular activities after school, I had to rush home so that I could give my mom a break from taking care of my dad all day and then take over for her. I was forced to be a caregiver from a very young age. Whenever I tell this story, I end up preaching one main lesson. It's that you all should really cherish your family. Because sometimes the ones you love and yourselves, you guys disagree over things and it feels like the end of the world. But it really beats not having them there altogether. Secondly, I've learned a little bit about myself too. Yes, what I've gone through is not ideal, and I wouldn't wish it upon anyone either, but there's always a bright side. For example, if my father didn't have that stroke then, and he was okay now, and I told him I want to be a comedian when I grow up, he'd probably have a stroke. So, better not be. Yeah. On a serious note, through my experience, I've learned that no matter who you are or what life you live, you will always face problems. People will always have hard times. It's part of the meaning of life. But with the difficulty, there will always be hope. And for me, this Stuyvesant-CCNY alumni project represents exactly that, hope. Think about it. With both parents out of the workforce, someone like me doesn't sound like the type of guy that can afford college. I certainly, just like Fatine said, would not have made it at NYU, where it takes $60,000 and 3 tuitions just to pay off a year of class. I wouldn't be able to make it at Stony Brook, where just to get there, you need to take 3 trains, 2 buses, and probably even a camel. So it's here at Macaulay Honors at City College that, with your help, I'm able to call this place my home. Speaking of academics, as I mentioned, I spoke here 2 years ago when I was just an itty-bitty sophomore. Interestingly enough, the word sophomore has a Greek etymology. It stems from sophos, meaning wise, and moros, meaning foolish. And I don't think there could be a better way to describe how I was at the time, other than a fool who thought he was wise. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a fool, as you can probably tell. But at least now I have a little bit of insight, so mindfulness is okay. But back then I was aspiring to be a doctor, a journalist, even a wrestler, and it's possible. But in these 2 years, I've witnessed a lot of change. I've seen people go through a lot of change. I've seen one of my best friends fall in love, get married, and have a kid, not in that order, but that happened. One of my other best friends decided that he needs to dedicate his life for this country. So he applied to and got into West Point. where he's now trying to be a lieutenant in the US military. And another one of my friends finally got his birth article removed.
Office of Admissions is cracking up.
But personally speaking, in these 2 years, I've realized that it's not being a modern-day Renaissance man that could do it all. College is not just about getting grades. It's about shaping yourself into becoming a better person, so that you have all the tools necessary to make society a better place. And so, like I mentioned before, it's why I made up my mind to pursue comedy. It's not about telling jokes, it's not about being silly, it's not about that yuck humor that, people think you're a clown. For me, humor can be something that's really effective in communicating a message. Think about it. Laughter is a universal language that everyone can understand. With humor, you can open people's eyes up to things and ideas that they've never really cared about or seen before. With this idea of communication in mind, I've taken up a majoring in English and minoring in journalism. And with all this, I'm supplementing it with classes at Upright Citizens Brigade downtown. It's a comedy school. I know you've never heard of it. But Macaulay Honors is helping me finance it, actually. So with all this training, I really do hope to better society, especially when it comes to topics like helping people deal with mental illness and even helping Muslims who find it hard to live in the United States today. I know it sounds crazy and silly, but I really do hope I have your support in all of these dreams. And I think I do because, I write those scholarship letters every year, not on time, but, I write them. And I haven't received any letters back going, you suck. We're not going to give you money anymore. Not yet, at least. So, just by helping me out with my college education, all of our college educations for all of the students here, you're not only helping us show that you care in our education right now, but you care about our future. It's like you're our guardian angels. Instead of letting us collapse and buckle under the pressure of college, it's like you say, hey, I got you. Let me worry about the money. You only worry about learning as much as you can. You only worry about being the best version of yourself possible. You only worry about passing organic chemistry class, which it becomes a really big difficulty. But the point is, without you, I don't know where I would be. And so in helping me come closer to the person I'm meant to be, thank you. I understand that 2 words might never be enough to pay back everything that you've done for us, but I think it's a good start. And hopefully, one day, if I'm ever as successful as you guys, I'll follow in your footsteps and try to give back to the next generation of bright leaders and thinkers. But for today, thank you for starting that trend. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you.